the sun has been kind to you.
But I have a document. I've written them down, and they kind of start off really easy, you know, nothing too questionable, maybe not even debatable, you know, some of y'all just might agree. But I feel like they start to get a little bit more debatable. There's not too many, but I do plan on discussing these. My first one. This one's pretty simple. Like, if you disagree, I don't really want to be around you. Like, what? Bachelor and bachelorette parties should not contain activities that revolve around the opposite gender. That's not phrased well, like, at all. But basically what I mean is you shouldn't be going to a strip club. You shouldn't be hiring strippers, okay? You shouldn't be clubbing. You shouldn't be going to bars, you know, for the purpose of, like, flirting. Like, the whole concept of last night of freedom is just insane. Like, what do you mean you haven't been in a relationship for how long now? Like, have you not been loyal and faithful? What do you mean last night of freedom? Your last night of freedom was before you got in a relationship. Like, what? And, okay, and furthermore, if you're getting married, you're engaged. What do you mean last night of freedom? That's insane. And a lot of the times, I think people just use them as an excuse to cheat. I don't think that's even that debatable. Like, I'm surprised if we disagree with this, but yeah, I'm not in favor. Like, if you want to do a bachelorette party, go do something, like, not crazy. Fuck. Like, just, you know, don't go into the concept of your bachelorette party with, like, my last night of freedom. I want to have, you know, fun with your preferred gender. Like, stop. Like, go paint some pottery or something, you know? Or just don't do it at all. Honestly, I don't even have much to say. But yeah. Furthermore, also not a crazy one. Pineapple does belong on pizza. I feel like this isn't even too crazy of a hot take anymore. We hear this one a lot, but I do agree. Personally, I love me some Hawaiian pizza. I know a lot of people don't. I do. It has to have a protein with it though. Like, you can't just have pineapple on pizza. You have to have, like, ham. You have to have, like, pepperoni, or, like, literally anything else, like another protein. But I think pineapple on pizza is fire, and that's kind of it. Next one. See, these aren't too bad. The next one is also not too bad. Friends, the show. Friends is not funny. I think, and I'm not a sitcom hater, okay? I do like The Office. I think The Office is funny. Where I get lost is Friends. Friends is not funny. Like, oh my god, every time I've seen it, like, on the TV, and it's the most overrated. Like, I think it's, like, the most overrated sitcom. I don't know why. Like, what do people like about it? If you like Friends, let me know. But I think it's just one of the worst ones. Kind of cringy. And okay, I'm not even a person that calls things cringe. Okay, I don't like that word. It's like, why are we judging stuff? Friends deserves to be judged. Yeah. That's kind of that. I don't care for Friends. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Okay. This one's a little bit more controversial. I disagree with the concept of respecting your elders. Hear me out. Actually, I don't even care. But basically, I think respect is earned, like, point blank, period. If you disrespect me, I don't give a fuck if you're 90, man. I'm best believe I'm gonna treat you exactly how you treat me. If you think you giving me dirty looks, saying some slick shit is gonna slide just because you're older, or like no, like, everybody gets the same fucking energy. You're getting the same energy you're given. Like, wait, you're no, you're getting the same energy you're giving. That, it's like, why are you? Thank you, because like with that fucking the lady at Taco Bell. I don't give a fuck if you're 40, 50, have kids, grandkids, bitch. Bitch, disrespect me. disrespect me, I swear to God. And I'm tired of people and teachers. Holy shit. Teachers are like the biggest culprit of like, you should respect me. Like, it's like, you are the bitchiest person on earth. Like, and I'm not saying this about every teacher, but there's a lot of teachers, yes, that like use this as like an excuse. And like, you know what? It works for them because there's so many people that genuinely do abide by and like have been taught, like, yeah, respect your elders. So it's like, why are we letting these people like step all over us just because we're younger? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. No. That's not a joke to me. I don't give a fuck. But yeah. It's like, you don't deserve to be treated with respect if you're not already treating other people how you want to be treated. There we go. All right, that's it. Another one that's maybe a little bit crazy. Being single is healthy and necessary. I feel like there is a lot of girls, people in general, but like I'm a girl and I know girls, so like I can speak better on that. I don't know if it's different for men. I'd like to think it is because I think this goes for all people, but like I think you do need to be single for at least like a small portion of your life. Like there is some people that like as soon as they're in like middle school, high school, they start dating and then just are never without dating people or like are always looking to be with somebody. Like I don't care if like that means being in like a 5-year relationship, breaking up, and then getting in like a 2-year relationship and then breaking up. Like give yourself some fucking time to recover. Like even if it was just a talking stage, like give yourself some time to process, recover, like think about what you actually want in a partner. It's like you're like, are you actually looking for a life partner? Like I don't know if I'm tripping, but like it takes time to like find somebody that like you genuinely want to like care for. Like you can't just like keep going into relationships just because you can't be alone. Furthermore, I think that people who date are always dating, like, you know, right after you get out of a relationship, you're back in another relationship. You haven't gone the last 5 years being single, like at all, like for more than a week, more than a month. Like, go do some healing, man. Like, you clearly don't like being alone with yourself. You were seeking validation from other people. Wow. Okay, I'm going off. You are seeking validation. You rely on others to maintain your self-esteem, and you don't like being alone. That is unhealthy. Like, I think, also, yeah, because, like, I don't even know. It's like, and I'm not hating, okay? Because I'm not gonna act like, you know, I haven't been in my fair share of, like, talking stages, relationships, whatever the fuck. But it's just, like, give yourself some time. Like, do you like being alone? Do you like yourself? Like, what? Okay. That's kind of it. That's literally it. But yeah. Yeah. This brings me to my next one. People who are never alone or don't like being alone, it's unhealthy. This is really similar to the last one, but this does not only apply to relationships. While writing the one above and the points to it, like about being single, I realized this is literally the same concept as people who like can't go a minute without being friends with somebody, or like or like are scared of like not having a bunch of friends, or like always need to be hanging out with people, always need to like have somebody over or doing something with somebody. It's like, calm down, bro. Like spend some time to yourself. I feel like people who isolate themselves, maybe not like a lot, but like, you know, prioritize that at least a little bit. It's like, now I know you're comfortable with yourself. That's a good thing. It's like, I don't know. It's like, okay, people who are like scared to be in a public place alone. It's like, hey, I get the anxiety behind it, but like if it's really about just like, oh, I can't be alone. Like I can't post pictures alone. Like I need to be doing this with somebody else. It's like, bro, why are we looking for, like, again, you're seeking validation literally anywhere but yourself. The only validation that matters is from yourself. Like, what are you doing? That's just crazy to me. Like, and again, it's literally a sign of disliking yourself. Like, do you like yourself? Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that is definitely a hot take, but I feel like a lot of people need to hear that. And if you disagree, you're probably part of the problem. Okay. But yeah, basically my points on this. Yeah, okay, wait. If you're never like replenishing your own like energy levels, like if your social battery doesn't run out like that, you're like energetically stealing from other people, like dead ass. Like leave those people alone for a second. Go like, oh my god, I don't even know, go self-regulate on your own. This means you literally don't know how to self-regulate because you only feel comfortable, safe, happy when you're with other people. The minute you're alone, like your mental health starts to deteriorate. There's an issue there. There's an issue there. And I also hate these kinds of people because I can't be friends with these kinds of people. They're always like, look, I don't know. It's like everything they say just be like validation related. Like, girl, nobody gives a fuck if you're posting alone. Nobody gives a fuck if, like, okay, maybe people do give a fuck, but like the people that give a fuck are also part of the issue because they can't be alone themselves. It's like I wouldn't give a fuck if I saw somebody out doing something alone, but then somebody who is always with a friend would turn to their friend and be like, "Yo, why is she alone?" I don't know. Like, I hope you understand what I'm talking about, boy. But like, if you disagree with me, you're part of the issue. Okay. And oh, biggest one, you have no sense of identity. Who are you? Do you even know who you are? Like, I swear, the people that also like always need to be with somebody, always need to have friends around them, always need to have a group, like just can't be seen alone. Those are also the people that have no identity and like steal from other people, like, copy other people. It's just like, I understand taking inspiration. I'm all for that, but like it gets to a point where it's like, do you have an identity of your own? And they'll risk anything to be friends with somebody. I know a girl. Okay, basically, I'm gonna tell you a story about somebody I know that's just like this. I know way too many people like this that I'm not friends with anymore for a reason. But basically, this dude hooked her up with no. Her friend hooked her up with this dude. They were in a talking stage and for maybe about a month. She got mad, like the girl that hooked them up got mad at, I'm gonna call her Sarah. Got mad at Sarah. No. The girl that got mad and hooked them up, she told the dude, like, oh, this girl is fat and ugly. It's like, first of all, do you have eyes? Like, you can look at her yourself and decide if that's true. But like, she told him like, oh, she's fat and ugly, and he stopped talking to her. And then she knew about it. Sarah knew about it, and Sarah continued to be her friend. They're still friends. Like, you will literally lose yourself in trying to stay friends with people. Exactly. Okay, and a lot of the times the people that be copying, moving on. Okay, wait, I could literally rant about this forever. A lot of the times the people that be copying, they're not inspired. Okay, you can say it's inspiration, but you're not inspired because you're not giving that person credit. You're not telling this person like, oh wow, I like this thing about you. It's like, I'm not even gonna lie. I've like taken inspiration from people in that way, but like I feel like I always tell them like, yo, like I want to be you when I grow up. Something like that. Like, you know, like it's just like I tell them that I admire those things about them. I don't like keep it to myself and then copy them. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, that okay, so I was friends with this girl for a while, Sarah. I was friends with the other one too, but that ended very quickly. And that's actually part of my point of another hot take that I have. But yeah, they will literally go to any length. Kodak Black, Yak. No, that's actually fire. But shout out Kodak. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Okay, wait, no, I do have anything else. But like on that one topic, they're just the fakest people. They don't have identities, because they need to have friends at all times. So they will shapeshift to be friends with a person. Like, bitch, you're nothing like this person. You don't agree with their values. Well, actually, you probably have none of your own, so you wouldn't know. I just don't like these kinds of people. They're the worst people. Learn to be alone, at least for a little bit. Like, spend an hour by yourself. Okay, sit in front of the mirror, talk to yourself. Like, fuck, I don't know. Just like get comfortable. Okay, this is kind of similar to my next point. Friend groups with more than 8 people are usually fake. This one I feel like is really hot take. Okay, and this goes specifically for women because I don't know if it's different with men. Like, women are very fake a lot of the time. But basically, the worst friend group I ever had was more than 5 people. It was actually like, it was more than 8 people. That's why I have that number. But whenever I hear about other people's friend groups that are like a bunch of people, like 10, 15 people, it's like they always have groups in the group. So it's like a group of 5, a group of 3, like a group of 2. And they all shit talk about the other people in that group. You can't tell me I'm fucking wrong. If there's 8 people in the group, there is separate groups, okay? There's a trio, there's a duo, there's 4 people and 4 people. Whatever the fuck, it's split. Okay? They don't all like each other. There will always be at least one person who does not like another person, and that means you should not be in a group. I think that this goes a lot for women. Also because women shit talk a lot. I don't know if I really can't speak on men, but okay, wait. It's not like all friend groups, but it's specifically like the ones with like a lot of people, like especially okay, in high school especially, I feel like that counts. Yeah, see, that's so important. It really is important to like find yourself, get comfortable being alone. Like, you really don't need to have like, you don't need to have a fucking group of people with you all the time. It's like you don't need to be associated to a group to be comfortable. And that's just that. But yeah, these groups are always fake. Basically, there's always going to be smaller groups. If there's more than 8 people, there's going to be smaller groups that are shit talking each other. And there's always a couple people that just don't like each other. And it gets to a point where they stop trying to hide it. There's fights in the friend group, you know, and then when there's a fight, people have to take sides. And the fact that there's taking sides to begin with, it's like, okay, you shouldn't all be like a group because you don't all like each other. You don't all like each other equally. You're probably talking shit. And a lot of these people who, you know, have to have like a friend group with them, it's like, listen, I'm happy having a friend group. It's like, as long as I like all of you people, like, I'm not going to be friends with somebody I don't like. But like, a lot of the people that need a friend group with them, like, can't go without a friend group, aren't comfortable being by themselves. You know, it's back to like, it's unhealthy to not like being alone or to always have somebody like with you and like not like to not have somebody with you. That's what people like about these groups, is that if one person's busy, they can go to the next one. Oh, and that's why I hate friend groups, honestly, like big friend groups, because it attracts those kinds of people. Yeah. Last time I tried a friend group, honestly, and okay, that's how that happened with this girl Sarah and the one that got mad at her. I was in a friend group with them, like way back, couple years ago, but that didn't last. Like, there was just constantly drama. The friend group, like, for months, it was split into 2 groups, and like, it was horrible. Don't like it. Yeah, if there's drama in a friend group, like, you're not all friends. And I don't think that friend groups should like happen if you're not all friends, if you don't all like each other. Like, now I know I will never be friends with somebody that I don't like for that reason. Exactly. Like, you cannot find like a good friend group with like more than 8 people. And I'm saying 8, but honestly, maybe it's a lower number than that. It's very rare. Like, and you know what? I'm not hating on all friend groups, but it's like a lot of them. Yeah. Okay. So I do have like another hot take. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about this because I feel like I could give better justification for it, and I don't have like super strong justification for it. I and I don't even know how to like begin on this topic, but I feel like if I just think about it enough, like it'll come to me. I'm gonna say it anyway. Actually, I'm gonna skip it and come back to it because there's only two left, and the last two are like the most controversial. Um, we're gonna start with this one. Happiness is a choice. Hear me out. I'm actually gonna share with you guys that I have a psych evaluation this week, on Thursday, to see if I'm like, mentally fit enough to go to like a country that like, might not be good for somebody in a not good mental state. Because of like, it's super isolated, not a lot of like social opportunities, things like that. But the reason I have this psych evaluation is because a way back I was diagnosed with mild depression. Nothing crazy. Okay, I'm not gonna act like I had like the worst form of depression, but like I feel like I've definitely been through my fair share of mental issues. Like me in middle school, this bitch was not happy. Like I think I went like a good 2 years where I was just unhappy, like just unhappy. And yeah, okay. See, 10 of you is too many. That's too many. But anyway, I'm not gonna act like depression isn't real. Other mental health like things are not real, but happiness, you can choose to be happy. Let me explain. The only way to stop being depressed is to make the choice to stop being depressed. Whether that means, deciding to get help, you know, deciding to like go out and get some sun. Like vitamin D is proven to improve your mood. Engage in healthy habits, or just like affirming to yourself things. I feel like the way that I've changed my life is like lying to myself. We're gonna get back to that. Like literally lying to yourself will change your life. Like I don't know, like just gaslight the fuck out of yourself and it becomes your reality. So like you just keep lying to yourself. You could start with this step in your bed. You can stay bed rotting, you don't have to like immediately get into like the healthy habits, therapy, like all of that. You don't have to get into that. Just start telling yourself you're happy. Start reminding yourself the things that you should be grateful for. And I can't speak on every person's situation, obviously, but like those are easy steps. And I feel like, there's a lot of things that people, don't remind themselves like this is something I can actually be happy about. Okay, also happiness is a choice in most circumstances. I'm not going to act like it's just easy to choose to be happy or like choose to make these decisions in every situation. Obviously, if you've been through something like super traumatic and that's causing you depression, okay. That's a little harder. Maybe I can't speak on that, but like in general, like you can usually choose to be happy. Like if you usually find yourself being a mad person, being like a sad person, whatever the fuck, it's a lot of the times just about deciding to not feel that way, or deciding to like do things that will make you not feel that way. Similarly, I'm not saying that like you don't need therapy or like anything like that, but like if you really feel like you need somebody to like, force you out of bed, force you into the shower, force you to therapy, whatever the fuck, force you to get help, like you still have to make the decision to listen to that person. You still have to make the decision to, cooperate at therapy. You still have to like make the decision to like, cooperate, like basically. Obviously like help from another person might help, but like it's on you. It's on you. And I don't know, I feel like there's not a lot of like things somebody can say to like make me feel otherwise on that. I feel like there's very few not even very few, but like very specific situations where like I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, maybe it's not your choice to like be happier, because people go through some really hard, horrible stuff. But like in general, like coming from somebody who was depressed due to just God knows what, I had like anxiety, fuck everything. But like I feel like when something traumatic hasn't happened to you and you feel those kinds of ways, a lot of the times it is a choice to be happier. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, back to like I've changed my life by lying to myself, like dead ass. Literally all my beliefs like come from like gaslighting myself. I guess that's manifestation or whatever, but like, you know, like the way I became confident about myself. Like I just started lying to myself like about the fact that I was confident. And here's the thing, I would tell people this that were like really insecure about themselves. I can't be friends with people that are insecure because Jesus Christ. This same girl Sarah was the girl that I'm talking about right now. Really insecure. And she used to like, okay, because I would me and this other girl in the friend group would like be looking in the mirror and be like, oh my god, we're so pretty, like we felt that way about ourselves. And then she said to me one day that like she felt like we were putting her down or putting everybody else down. It's like, I'm not saying you're ugly, I'm saying I like myself. If you take that offensively, that's your issue. But like, if somebody feeling that way about me liking myself is like upsetting to them, like, okay, I can't be friends with you. But anyway, I remember telling her like, oh, I became so confident in myself, like I just started lying to myself. I started like, every time I looked in the mirror, I would like tell myself that I looked pretty, and I, even if I didn't believe it. And it's just like eventually you start to believe it. And they just don't listen. It's like you have to make the decision to listen. Like you're at that point you're choosing to be insecure because you're asking me like, or like you're being like, you're in admiration of how confident I am. I'm telling you how I did it and you're like, no, that wouldn't work. Like, the fuck? It's like, oh, I made money doing this really easy thing. You can do it too. It's like, no, I can't. That wouldn't work for me. Like, it's, you, did you even try? Like, did you try? And hey, maybe it wouldn't work for you, but like just the immediate like brush off of what I'm telling you is like, do you want to make that difference in your life? Do you want that to change? Cuz it doesn't seem like it. But yeah. I feel like there's not much else to say on that. Happiness is indeed a choice in most scenarios. For like the average person who hasn't gone through like a deeply, and honestly, even maybe for some of those, like, I mean, like, I don't even want to get into it, but like, okay, if you're grieving somebody, that's really hard to get over. Personally, that's actually really hard for me to speak on because I haven't lost very many people like close to me. But like, I don't know. I feel like that one's kind of one where I'd be like, yeah, maybe it's not so much of a choice because it's kind of like due time. But maybe it is. So I just can't really speak on that. But like, just in general, I would say for most situations, it's a choice. Okay. This one's the one that's kind of hard for me to explain because I don't know. But you should not be looking to religion to solve your problems. Okay. I don't know if this makes sense, but like, I feel like people need to seek answers within. I don't even, okay, that's why it's hard for me to explain this. Basically, like people will be like, if you're going through like troubles, you know, you're depressed, you're, you know, having money troubles, whatever the fuck, looking in a book to answer your problems, whatever book, I don't give a fuck. And here's the thing, I don't have an issue with religion personally, but like when you're using it to like find all the answers in life, it's like not everything's going to be in there. Not only that, answers are different for everybody. Like things are really different for everybody. What works for one person might not work for you. So then looking in a book that like works for like millions of people in the world, for your answers, like to your unique issues, to your unique situation, it's like you're not really going to find what you're looking for. Another hot take, kind of related, but that's also how religious cults lure you. They claim to have a fix to any issue that you have. That's another reason why I think it's problematic that this is like the main thing about most religions, like this religion will solve your problems, like, but it really shouldn't be. Like, you need to solve your problems. Maybe that's crazy, but like, and then like interpreting a verse, for example, Like people will be like, oh no, but this verse gave me all the insight I needed. Everybody's gonna break down that verse differently. That's the vaguest verse I've ever heard in my life. Like, everybody's gonna interpret that differently, and that is still coming from your own knowledge, your own ideology. Like, that is still like you found that answer. I don't know. That one's really hard for me to explain, and I feel like I could elaborate on it way better, but like I feel like religion should not be like, you should not be like getting into religion because you have an abundance of problems. And that is how many people, you know, become more religious or become religious to begin with. I don't know. I feel like if you, I don't know. See, that seems like a trap to me. It's like you should be looking into religion because you agree with the values and stuff like that, not because you need a fix to your problems. Like, I don't know. I don't know. You need to be seeking answers within, because again, what works for you might not work for somebody else. That's kind of it. That was the last hot take. Let me know. The chat's been pretty quiet, so I have a feeling those were some hotter takes. But let me know what we think on these.